Hi, I'm designer Joi Mahon and I love sewing knits. But what I also love sewing is on my Baby Lock serger. And I bet you probably didn't know that there are a few features on the foot of your sergers that you can utilize to make your knit sewing even more efficient and more professional. Let's take a look. Most Baby Lock sergers will have a little groove on the foot, and you can actually run twill tape or some sort of stabilizer tape through that foot under the needles, and you can attach that to shoulder seams or maybe a seam that you're going to insert a zipper. If you've ever had a knit garment that the shoulder seams stretched out, or maybe you have a garment with a zipper in it and that whole side seam or wherever the zipper at is skewed, this is the perfect application for that. And it's actually so easy. I'm sitting behind the machine. I would never do that actually in my own studio, but just to show you, I'm not even really looking at it, and that groove in that foot is keeping the perfect placement for that twill tape. I think some people don't even know what that's for, or maybe you've never even noticed it, but what a great feature. See how nice that is? There's a twill tape in there, it's woven, and that seam is not going to stretch out. I enjoy doing that, and it's super easy and efficient. Let's take a look, come over here, at a couple other tips and tricks that I use when I'm sewing my knits. Now, this is actually a giant roll of fusible fusee knit interfacing. I'm not sure if you've thought about it, but a lot of woven garments or tailored garments will have you put interfacing, whether it is sew-in or fusible, into your garments. But you can actually get a knit, and it's called fusee knit fusible interfacing. And I have a sample here. Let's take a look. And actually, let's grab our sample with our twill tape, because there is no fusible interfacing in this sample. And some garments will need it, some won't, but you can see the drape of this fabric. It's fairly limp. This might be what you would use for a t-shirt. However, I have some of this fusee knit, let's turn this around, adhered to the back of the fabric, and now look how nice of body this has. Of course, if I drop it, it's going to hang, but this would be a great use for if you're going to maybe create a jacket out of a knit fabric, or maybe you want a little bit more of a durable surface to embroider over top of, or sashiko, or any of those great machine features or stitches, even on your sergers, wave stitch, whatever. This is going to give you a better foundation. Sleeves are great with fusee knit, and pants as well. So if you find a great fabric and you feel that, oh, it's just too lightweight, you can apply the fusee knit. Just make sure that your interfacing stretches, and the bolt or manufacturer will have some guides on there that will tell you that it's a knit. So check that out. The last thing that I would like to show you is something that I discovered just recently. It is the Embroidery Stabilizer, and it's a permanent topping, and this is actually meant for embroidery. When you do some beautiful stitches on a garment, you can actually place this on top, and the embroidery will go right over top, peel it away, and it just helps to have a real full stitch area. But I thought it was such a great stabilizer. I had the idea of actually using that in the hem of my knit garments, or any other fabric for that matter. It comes in an assortment pack of all kinds of colors, so there's something surely to blend in with any fabric that you're using. And of course, the clear is ideal, but you can put that on the edge of your fabric, and I'm going to put this in the serger over here and run it through, and that is going to stabilize the edge of my knit fabric and just add another layer of professional finish to any garment. So let's put this over here in the serger. All right, so I'm going to use the force here and load my fabric into the machine. So this is what it looks like on the front. There's a more stable seam, and on the back you'll see this extra topping, which all you need to do is peel right off. And this gives you a great stabilized seam and a really nice professional finish. It's that easy, especially if you're going to do a narrow rolled hem and you need a little extra body. That embroidery topping is the perfect solution and perfect product for you. Also, you've got your twill tape or fusible knit interfacing. Those are all great tips and tools. So if you enjoyed this, join me for my 4-part series on sewing with knits at sewathomeclasses.com. I think you're going to love it, so we'll see you over there.